What's up, little ducks? This video is being made for you guys so that we can go ahead and start with the new Dominator. The new Dominator and the Dominator Assistant settings have been updated, guys, and I think you're going to enjoy it and you'll have a better experience with your trading. Now, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go up here to our indicator icon, guys, where we're going to go find the Dominator. Now, you click on it and you're going to come over to invite only. Remember this part. And you're going to add your Dominator to your screen. And you're also going to add your Dominator Assistant. Okay. Now I'm going to X out of here and I'm going to take the bottom one, the little high. Okay. If you like it like that, you can keep it like that, but I'm going to drop this down. Now I want to show you a few things that I think is going to help you with your trading, guys. So remember, our blue line, we still have the blue line. That is our 50-day moving average. And the white line is the 150-day moving average, guys. So let me take you over to the settings. And you're going to see that when we go to the inputs, I've changed the normal inputs that are 9 and 20. So I promoted you guys to 8 and 15. Now, the EMA 8 is something that I think is super important on the daily, and I'm going to cover this at the end of the video to show you some of my trading strategies, and hopefully you guys can adopt it and that helps you out. Now, the rest of them are 50, 150, 200. So this is on EMA. If you ever want to do SMA, guys, that's up to you. I used to use SMA a long time ago, so it is an option here for you. Now, when we come over to style, guys, I still have the green and the red that is going to show you on the screen when they're bullish, the line will go green. And when it's bearish, the line will go red. For me personally, I like the red line to match the candle. So I know it is a big bear move going on. Okay. Now, I've also added this color here, guys, which is the 15. And in the past, a lot of these were off and you guys had to go in there and change the opacity and mess with some of the stuff down here. Now you don't have to. It's already turned on for you. Now, I am going to tell you that this whole setup is designed for dark screens. If you're on a white screen, guys, I suggest you switch. And if you don't want your eyes to take a beating for the next few years, I would suggest you do that with a lot of the stuff you do on mobile devices and computers, guys. Go look it up, do the research. So I've designed this to be on dark screen. Okay. So if you turn it on and your white screen doesn't match with the colors and you want to stay on the white screen, feel free to change the colors. So now we're going to go down here, guys. And one of the things that I did, I defaulted the plots background to turn on. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, what I will suggest, okay, these labels here, guys, if you're not using them, turn it off so that it makes it a lot more simple for you. So don't forget, turn them off, turn them off, turn them off, so that you have an easier and simple setup. Okay, so now let's go into the chart, guys. And one of the things that I want you to see is that in my swing course, I cover anytime we go into a bearish or bullish momentum, it'll start with the 50-day EMA. Doesn't matter what time frame you're on, guys. Okay. And then when we go past the 150, then it really gets bad. Now, I'm going to go back to this, and you guys know I have my coach's special. And why is the coach's special off? You can turn it on if you want. I do the 150 now. Why? Because I want to be early on these big moves, guys. Okay. And I'll show you later on the 5-minute how this helps a lot. Okay. Now, this is a bearish crossover, guys. And you can tell QQQ started taking a beating on Friday. And there you go. They started falling. Now, if I go back to the settings, you're going to see that if I turn off the cloud, okay, for me personally, okay, it makes a lot more sense and it gives me a bigger visual so that I see that we are moving into this cloud area, which tells me that a big move potentially is coming. So this is why I have this plots background on. If you don't want it on, feel free to turn it off, but I put it on as default, especially if you're a new trader. Now, let's go over to the daily, guys, and I'm going to show you why it's important to have the 8 EMA. Like if you've seen my videos on YouTube, guys, I talk about it all the time. Okay. Anytime we touch the 8 EMA, okay, we bounce off of that, guys. Okay. So it's very important that you have an 8 EMA. Again, feel free to change colors if you guys want. Now, on the 8 EMA, if we cross down, one of the important things for you to look at, which I do all the time, is the 15. Did we cross the 15, guys? And you can see here, every time we've crossed the 15. Now, some people like to use 20, and 20 is what we had in the past. So I'll just change that to 20 so you can see the difference, okay? So it's going to make a big difference if we are crossing the 15, but first the 8. Once we get past the 8, 15, guys, this is what everybody looks at when they really think that it's going to get ugly for us. So now you can see we are past the 15 on Friday here, and now we're getting close to the 50. So you have this option now. If you want to have the 15, I suggest you turn it on when you're looking at your daily chart so that you can compare how far away we are from there. Okay. In the meantime, I like to keep the 8 on, guys. All right. Now, if you're day trading, okay, well, let's go over to the 10-minute. If you're day trading and you like and enjoy the clouds that we had in the past, they are still available and they are here. They are the first plots background, guys. And there you go. So if you're just a day trader and you don't want the other lines, feel free to turn them off. Turn off your plots background and you can see your crossovers happening, and you have that option to keep that cloud on. I took it off just because I think that you guys are probably not going to need it, but if you do need it, go ahead and do it. I would focus more on any day trade that I'm taking on my put signals or on my call signals. Okay. So for example, if I got a call signal here on QQQ, I look at that green line and I have one candle above and a call signal, guys. I mean, what more do you need to get into the trade? Now, I want to show you, if you turn on your clouds right here, okay, you can have that on. If that visual helps you, by all means, guys, turn it on. I like crossovers, okay, but I am a more experienced trader now, and I understand when the crossover is happening. This indicator gives you that option with the candles. Remember, the candles have reversal and momentum change. So this is why they turn green. As long as they're green, the move is bullish, just like you would see on the cloud. Okay. Now, let's get into some of my trading style, guys. So what happened on Friday, I'm going to move that out the way so we can focus a little bit on QQQ's patterns and how I trade it. Okay. Now, this is something that you need to look at if you're going to day trade, guys. Stay on the 10-minute. If you go on the 2-minute or on the 5-minute, make sure you have a bottom buy on the 30. But let's get into this. So now, if I have a call signal, guys, okay, I am looking obviously for a green line that already formed, okay, before I got the call signal that tells me we are going bullish. Now, you have a lot of great bullish signs here. You have a call sign, okay, or signal. You also have a green candle. You have a green line, okay, and that is bullish. That's enough for me to jump into the trade. And then if I see that the blue line has crossed over with the green line, Winner, winner, chicken dinner, guys. I'm jumping into this trade and holding a little bit longer. Okay. Now, what you got to remember when you're trading, if you understand what I just talked about and you buy option contracts, don't look at your contract while this is playing out, because those contracts are designed to go red more than green to scare you out. So be careful with that. All right, let's look at the other side, guys. We are headed down. Okay. What do? You're going to look for that line that turned red. You're going to look for a red candle. You're going to look for your put signal. Okay. And the best part is when this red candle goes and closes under the red line, guys, it's a great time to jump into this trade. And then again, do not look at your contract. Focus on your chart and understand when we get under this blue line, or when we cross it, it's going to be a bearish crossover. Same thing over here. Like I explained, it was a bullish crossover, guys. Now, does that mean stay in the trade forever? No. Okay. If you watch my videos and the courses, guys, we're looking for wicks. And especially if you got this wick here and then we came here and this wick is bigger, then that tells you you might want to get out of the trade. Now, this is how I trade just with the Dominator, guys. And this stuff here is easy to memorize. I know there's a lot of arrows there, and all I focus on is red, 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 red under red. Okay. If you can understand that pattern, you're going to do well. Over here, green, green, green over green, guys. Okay, make sure you're not complicating stuff. Remember, if you don't have a signal, you don't have a trade. Okay, now, if you saw this happen here and all of a sudden you think you should get in and you say, well, I'm going to get in on the 30-minute just because the 30-minute looks like it could be a call signal coming soon, guys. Now you're getting risky. Okay, you have to have experience with one time frame before you start jumping into other time frames and getting desperate. So do not get desperate. Look for the signals. These were perfect entries right here. If you're a day trader, this is what you're looking for. Now, let's go over to the Dominator Assistant, guys. And I'm going to show you, after we do this quick review, how I use it to trade. Now, here we go. I'm going to double click on the assistant and you're going to see that you have these options, guys. Okay. You have your bull line, which is your green area. You have a bear line that shows you when it crosses into the green and out of the green, guys. And on the area, I've highlighted a line here for you so that you can see that there is a crossover every time we are changing direction. Now, your overbought and your overbought and your oversold areas, guys, okay, are now a light white. I changed the colors just so that you can focus on the rest of the screen, guys. So now, if you want to keep it off, that's fine. If you want to change the color, feel free to do that, guys. And also, if you want to change the height of it for any reason, that is your call. But I recommend you leave it just the way I design it. And if you need these labels off because you just want to go off of lines, you can do that as well by clicking the pane labels off, guys. Okay. Now, labels on the price scale, leave those on. And I'm going to show you why that's going to be valuable for you. All right, now buy label color. There you go. You can change it if you want. Sell label, same thing, guys. Okay, kept it very simple. Not too many things for you to have to mess with, and it's already set up as a default. Now let's go over to the labels, guys, and you can see, for example, here we have, just like when you see the red line crossing with the green line, here you see the red line is under the green line, meaning that this is getting bullish. Okay, you can see that the lines cross here, and now the buy signal came on, but the green is above the red, so that tells you that momentum is changing. So it's a good indicator for you to look on the side to see if your actual momentum has flipped. Now when I move this over, you're going to see the history, and you can see how the labels, okay, cross each other. You can see the red was above the green, meaning the green was falling, so we were going very bearish, and so on and so on, guys. Okay, I'll bring this down so you can see it a little bit better. You're going to see these labels crossing each other throughout your trading. Could be on the daily, could be on the 5 minute, 10 minute, but let's look at the daily. So you can see on the daily, okay, green is under the red, meaning that we are falling down, guys. Okay, when it's going up, it'll be the other way around, where you see the green on top of the red. All right, so now you get some of my trading secrets, some of my trading tips, guys, and I'm going to give you a few seconds to grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil so that you can write this stuff down, guys. Okay, or you can just rewind the video and listen to this over as many times as you need. Now I want you to focus on my favorite trade, which is here, guys. This is the 3-hour time frame. Okay, you can see from this point on, guys, the trade went up a good amount. That was $17, maybe 18 on QQQ. And what I want you to see, guys, is when you get this signal, if you want to day trade, if you want to swing trade, it's going to be available for you. If you want to go long for a little while, you can do that as well, guys. So this is my favorite setup here. So what I do is when that signal comes on, guys, and I'm going to map this out so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to take my date range here, and I already have mine preset. Okay, and I'm going to go. Let me come back here, and I'm going to draw another arrow, guys. This is a sell signals, where if you're new, I recommend you get out there. You enter here. Okay, once you get your buy signal, and the recommended exit is up here, guys. Okay, now how long the trade lasts, that's a whole separate video. I put videos out. If you have the Dominator, guys, you have courses where I make recommendations on what kind of option contracts to buy. But if you buy shares, you don't even have to worry about it. You just hold till you get up here. Now let's go ahead and draw this out. We have the buy signal here, and I'm going to shade it all the way to the sell signal, guys. Okay, now let me get this out of the way. That shows me it was a 5-day trade, guys. Okay, now I'm going to do the same at the top, and I'm going to match the shade so that we can see both are the same. And I want to show you something that I think is going to help your trading journey. Okay, now we understand this is a 5-day shade, guys, and the trade here lasted 5 days from this buy signal to this sell signal. And this is exactly what I do, guys, when I am trading. Now, before I go on, I'm going to click on the shade, and I'm going to lock it so it doesn't move on me. Same thing with the bottom one. I'm going to lock it so it doesn't move on me. Okay, now let's go over to the 30-minute. If you have a 3-hour bottom buy signal, guys, bottom buy, not mid, I'm saying bottom. You go check your 30-minute. Here's our shaded area. And you can see we had a bottom buy here on the 30-minute, guys. Okay. And now we have buy signals that are just popping out in every which way. Now, my recommendation is you get in on a 30-minute bottom buy if it's available. If it's not available, we go to the next time frame that I'm going to recommend, and that is your 10-minute. So on your 10-minute, we're going to scroll over to our shaded area, and we're going to look for a bottom to enter the trade. And you can see here where the shaded area started, guys. Okay. We have signals not there anymore, but you can see it was here. That is a bottom. Okay. And guess what you have here? You have multiple wicks forming, and you can see that the trade is ready to go. Now, you do have a bottom buy on the 3 hour, so no worries there. If you enter the trade, you know from history, you're going to do well. You just have to be patient with the time. Now, this is the entry, guys, and you can see that from this bottom signal, guys, this trade went a total of $6, and then it came back down. Now, you can stay in the trade, guys, for the 3 hours, but if you wanted to day trade, understand you're going to have multiple day trades during those 5 days. And here you had another one down here, guys. Okay. Let me duplicate this. I'm going to show you. There it is. You had a bottom, a nice wick here. Okay. And this trade went from this bottom to a total max. Well, let's just take where that top sell signal was at, but it did go up $6.50, guys. But here it went up 4.5 because your signal would have been up here. So this is a great entry, great exit. Okay. Now, again, you have a bottom right in there, guys. Okay. With the crossover. Now, you also have multiple wicks that form, showing you that they are keeping the price action up. And we go from the bottom to the first sell signal area, guys. Okay. Which would have been here. Okay. And I'm going to match it up because I don't want to tell you guys, wow, look at that. You could have. No, we're getting out on the first sell signal, guys, which is here. And this is $3.90, guys. Okay. If you are an experienced trader, you know how to trade this. You know how to trade this. I'm not going to get into it. This is for a different video. Now, you have one more trade you could have jumped into here, guys, but you don't have a bottom. I don't recommend you get in. You want these sweet setups, guys. It's $6, 4.5, almost 4 here, guys. This is a total move of about $14. Okay. Under 5 days. Now, remember, you still have your 3 hour trade, guys. Okay. And I am going to get rid of everything except the shaded area. And I'm going to show you if you only took one trade because you're a full-time employee, full-time student, guys, you would see that this trade went a total of $13.54. Now, if you were day trading, you could have bought contracts during this time for a swing and day traded as well during the week. And I didn't even cover the put side, guys. The put side would have been a good way to make extra money, guys. And you can see that this is a great indicator for you to take a day trade or a swing trade, guys. That is what I call an A+ setup, guys. You'll hear that a lot. Wall Street uses it all the time. A+ setup, guys. Now, my second A+, guys, is the 30-minute time frame. And the only time I'm going to recommend that you do this, you're not going to hold for a long time, guys, is when you want to take a day trade that is going to be very impactful. Now, when you trade, you're going to jump into the trade and you're not going to stay in it for more than a day, guys. Okay. So let's go through. This is the wrong one. Let's go through the 30-minute. Now on the 30-minute, guys, I am going to go ahead and shade the buy signals. You have two here. Okay. I'm just going to cut it in half and we're going to go to the sell signal. There you go. I'm going to duplicate same thing on top so that we can talk apples for apples. And there you go. Now, this trade took 23 hours to develop. Okay. And you can see it had a nice move up. And let's go ahead and calculate that move. So this move took a total of, to the sell signal, gave you $6.74, guys. Okay. Now, something important to point out is that this trade started at about 3 p.m. the day before. If you're an experienced trader and you've used the Dominator for a while, you're going to be okay jumping in here. If not, then you jump in there. You wait till 9:30 the next day, understanding that you have the signal. And if you don't want to hold overnight, then you wait till the next morning and you jump in the trade. And if you do it on the next day, guys, look, you get about $4.71. You start down here, $6.53. This is okay. I am okay with even $3.50, guys. It's up to you. I recommend that you paper trade it. But if you already have the Dominator, then you understand how this trade works. But if you're new, paper trade it, guys. That 100 paper trades is a real thing. It helps you out. Now, this is the 30-minute, guys. Guess what? If you catch these like me the night before, this happens. Look at the next one that happened here, guys. Okay. Same thing. And I'm not going to shade this one off. I'm just going to show you the signal came on in the afternoon, about 2 p.m. And then that same day, guys, call signal came on, okay, at 3 p.m. Okay. Perfect entry in here, guys. And your total move up from that buy signal was about $5.20, guys. Okay. Let me get technical here. Little under $5. Okay. 30-minute, guys. 3 hour and 30-minute. Okay. These are my two go-tos. Okay. Now, if you come over to the indicator, guys, let me get rid of these. Okay. And you're going to see there's times where we are chopping and you want to enter the trade. There's two things you need to look at before you jump into the trade, guys. If you have multiple buy signals, okay. First thing is, if you're red, okay, you need to understand that you are still falling. If you're still falling, you're not jumping in the trade. Second, okay, you cross that blue line on the 30-minute, you are not jumping into a call. Why? Because you are falling. Okay, this doesn't happen often, guys, but if it does, okay, learn how to identify it. I am working on an indicator that's going to give us a true bottom, or not a true bottom, but a true momentum change, guys. Okay. And you're going to be able to enter the trades with a lot more confidence because every day is a different day and it changes. But I will challenge you to go back and look at every 30-minute buy and call signal and tell me, would you have made money if you jumped into those trades? And that's one thing that if you're new, you don't jump in unless you have a call signal, guys. Do not take the trade unless you have a call signal. See this? You had a buy. You had a buy here and a call signal. This is a bottom buy. You don't have a call signal. If you're new, do not take the trade. If you're experienced, you already understand that we're looking for one candle close above and boom, we take off. Okay. And of course, we're setting a stop loss if you want to stay in the trade. But go back and look at every single bottom buy with the call signal, guys. Would you have made money with this indicator? Okay. And you're going to see that every single time, guys, you would have made money. This is the only time you probably wouldn't have made money. And this is why I say 9 out of 10 times you're going to win. If you don't take all 10 trades and this is your first trade, of course, you're going to feel like you can't trade. It doesn't work. Blah, 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 blah. I'm crying and blaming everybody else. No, guys. Okay. You take all 10 trades. Okay. And you can see and count them off on your chart. And you're going to see, wow, I should have took the trade. I should have took that trade. Paper trade it for a month. Paper trade it for 2 months. And then you're going to be super confident in the strategy. Now, here's a pro tip. If you want to avoid some of this chop right here, guys, I'm going to show you. And I'm going to shade it off because I think this is going to be game changing for you. And I'll shade this whole area off until they actually went up, guys. Okay. Now, this is a lot. If you don't want to take the trade here, move up one time frame, 45 minute, guys. Okay. Look at the 45 minutes. You see how this area starts consolidating and it gets smaller. That then you can see that you're going to have a better entry. Now, again, you can go up one more time frame and there's a buy signal on the 1 hour, guys. And of course, every time you come over, you can see that the 1 hour works out really nice. That's your choice. If you want to use the 45, the 1 hour, the 2 hours, your choice. What I will tell you is this, okay? You will not lose on this trade if you do the following on the 30 minute. If I told you take the trade every time the signal came on, but buy a 30-day contract, guys, you would see that once you got into the trade, okay, in this example, this went down almost $10, and that took a day and a half. And then it went back to break even 5 days later. On the 6th day, on the 5th day as well, it became green. And then, of course, it came down. And then it came up here, guys. Positive $7 in 8 days. And you can see that this trade just kept getting greener and greener. So from the time you entered here, you went down about $9. And after 30 days, guys, or even 8 days, look at this. $14 up in 16 days. Now, this is the only trade that would have went bad on you if you buy a 7-day contract. But I'm telling you, if you buy 30-day contracts every time you get that signal, you're going to have a better experience. Look at this. After 16 days, $14 up, guys. Okay. So this comes down to understanding how to trade your option contracts. And it comes down to being patient, doing your homework, and understanding how the trade is going. Okay. One last thing for you to look at, guys, is that this cloud, you see where this cloud is going? That's right. It's going up, guys. So if you enter these trades on the 30 minute, you're going to have a better time. If this happens, okay, I would wait before you jump into the trade. I have videos on your dashboard that teach you when to jump in after a big bear run like that. Now, this is going up. You can see it started going down here, guys. Okay, here's been going up. So this is why I think this cloud is going to help you, because it's going to teach you that you are still on top of these lines or on top of the cloud, and it's going to help you stay in your trades and feel more confident that there is a bullish momentum, guys. Okay, so make sure that you write down these rules, okay, that I've just told you. So this is how I trade on the 3 hour and on the 30 minute. At some point, when you start navigating and you start looking at 6 hour time frames or 7 minute hour I'm sorry, 7-minute time frame, you can build your own strategy. For now, try mine out on paper. Try mine out on paper, guys. Go back, watch this video over and over again, and write down the steps and write down the rules, guys, okay? Now, we'll tell you, when you're trading on the 30-minute, if you don't have a signal, you don't have a trade. You don't have a bottom buy signal, you don't have a trade. If you don't have a signal, you don't have a trade. 10-minute, okay? Buy and call signal, perfect entry, okay? Buy signal, you don't have a call signal, guys. This is for day trading, okay? You don't have a trade. If you're new, this is especially important for you. You don't have a trade. No signal, you don't have a trade, okay? Signal, you need the signal. You got a signal, then you trade, guys. Okay. Understanding how all this happens is going to take time. Okay. Especially you see a big gap fill like that. Look at this bottom signal. We go look at the 30-minute. I promise you there was a bottom there. We just looked at it. And this is how this happened, guys. Be patient. Be a student. If you're not going to be a student, I promise you, you're going to be giving money to the market, guys. Okay. And once you give in the market enough money, you're going to come back to the money you gave for your courses and start studying. Guys, don't wait for that to happen. Study up. Go look at your charts. Okay. This takes 15 minutes a day. You can do it while you're sitting on the toilet. You can do it while you're waiting for your ride. You can do it while you're in the car on the way home. Somebody's taking you home like Uber or a friend. Okay, look at your chart, understand where the market is going, and remember this, okay? The market has always had a history, guys, of going up, okay? So if you're being bearish every time there's a chance to be bearish, you don't have many opportunities, guys. It's better that you stay bullish. Now, we are on Discord now, guys. If you have questions, feel free to DM me and ask me, okay? If you need help with the setup, DM me, okay? I hope this helps. I've made changes now in the indicator that's going to help you guys, okay? Especially on the 3-hour, 2-hour, the higher time frames, guys. You're going to start seeing better waves or better cycles so that we know that there's dips. Okay. And we're going to be a lot more reactive to the market. And this indicator is going to help us. Okay. Don't forget, guys, you know how to get a hold of me. See you in the next video.